because he was signed to another organization. Oh!
What jitters? Joseph, what jitters are you talking about?
In the UFC's middleweight division, where knockout power and elite striking dominate, one man has emerged as a relentless force, Dricus Du Plessis.
Beautiful level change by Du Plessis. Very smart to switch to a single leg when your opponent has you defended off on the side with a double.
He's not the flashiest fighter, he doesn't have the smoothest technique, and he's not the fastest in the division. But what he lacks in traditional finesse, he makes up for with unstoppable pressure.
Trevor's got his arm wrapped around his neck. Oh, he's going for it. He lost it. Oh, that's
Cardio that doesn't fade, and an ability to drag opponents into deep waters where they crumble.
There we go, good job.
good shot from him.
Huge right hand! Dricus Du Plessis has knocked out Trevor Jones!
His unique fighting style has left top-ranked fighters exhausted, beaten, and unable to keep up with his relentless forward movement. But what exactly makes Dricus Du Plessis so dangerous? How does he break opponents mentally and physically inside the octagon?
Plessis is in green, and we are underway.
Since he stopped cutting so much weight, it's just felt...
Today, we'll break down the key factors behind Du Plessis' suffocating pressure, his ability to absorb damage, and how he forces elite fighters to fight on his terms. The relentless forward pressure, a style few can handle. One of the biggest reasons Dricus Du Plessis is so difficult to fight is his sheer forward pressure.
Oh, big shots by Tavares.
From the moment the fight begins, he walks his opponents down with reckless confidence, throwing a variety of strikes that force them onto their back foot. Most fighters need time to settle into a fight, find their rhythm, and control the distance. Du Plessis doesn't allow that. The moment he steps inside the octagon, he dictates the pace. His forward movement is awkward yet calculated, making it difficult for opponents to read his intentions.
Heavy hands from Du Plessis moving forward.
He never stands still, constantly pressing forward and forcing his opponents to react rather than set up their own attacks. Fighters who rely on counter-striking often find themselves overwhelmed because they don't get the space to pick their shots.
They drive the kick up under the elbow.
Even with a raised guard.
A perfect example of this was his fight against Robert Whittaker at UFC 290. Whittaker, one of the best middleweights of all time, struggled to find his timing as Du Plessis kept marching forward.
What Robert Whittaker's doing when Du Plessis goes southpaw, he tries to...
Even when Whittaker landed clean shots, Du Plessis refused to slow down, making it nearly impossible for the former champ to control the fight.
Back up to his feet, nice.
By the second round, Whittaker was visibly exhausted, his footwork compromised, and that's when Du Plessis struck,
But Du Plessis has been very active.
finishing him in brutal fashion. The key to his pressure isn't just physical, it's psychological. Fighters who are used to controlling the pace find themselves on the defensive, which forces them to expend far more energy than usual.
Overwhelmed. Robert Whittaker, he recognizes and understands. Look at that technically. Yep, he gets to the headlock there.
Beautiful.
The constant pressure forces mistakes, and Du Plessis is always ready to capitalize. Unorthodox striking, chaotic, but effective. At first glance, Du Plessis' striking doesn't look textbook. He throws looping punches, his stance can appear stiff, and his footwork isn't the most fluid. But this awkwardness is actually one of his greatest strengths.
Good elbow. Big round.
Yep.
Dricus Du Plessis. This is huge. Absolutely huge.
Unlike traditional strikers who rely on clean, precise technique, Du Plessis thrives in chaos. His strikes come from unusual angles, making it hard for opponents to predict his attacks. He blends wild hooks with straight punches, elbows, and knees, keeping his opponents guessing at all times.
Du Plessis with a beautiful straight right hand.
More importantly, his striking style complements his pressure-heavy approach. Because he's constantly moving forward, his opponents don't have time to set up their counters properly. Even if they land a good shot, Du Plessis absorbs it and immediately fires back.
He stunned him back.
This style completely disrupts the rhythm of technical strikers. In his fight against Derek Brunson, Du Plessis absorbed a few big shots but never backed down.
Runs straight at you and throws a lot of punches in a row. Oh, Derek got the leg. He's got him down.
Instead, he kept moving forward, throwing unorthodox combinations, and eventually overwhelmed Brunson with his volume and power. This ability to take damage while continuing to apply pressure is what makes him one of the most dangerous fighters in the division.
This is crazy.
Oh, big right hand gets through for Du Plessis.
Du Plessis is good. He's got him.
Insane cardio, the key to his relentless pace. Pressure alone isn't enough to break opponents. You need the cardio to sustain it. And this is where Du Plessis separates himself from most fighters.
Oh, big shot!
The towel.
Many fighters start strong in the first round, but slow down by the second or third. Du Plessis doesn't. His gas tank is one of the best in the division, allowing him to keep a high pace for 5 rounds without fading.
Du Plessis looking for a footlock. Darren's trying to roll out of it.
Even when he looks exhausted, he somehow keeps pushing forward, throwing punches, wrestling, and breaking his opponent's will. The secret to his cardio isn't just about traditional endurance, it's about mental toughness. When most fighters start slowing down, Du Plessis keeps going.
Looking at him with that jab.
Oh, right in the mouth. Look at that.
Oh, and a big right hand.
He's been in multiple high-paced wars and has never shown signs of breaking. Fighters who rely on their opponent slowing down realize too late that Du Plessis doesn't get tired the way they expect him to. His fight against Brad Tavares was a perfect example. Tavares landed big shots early, and it looked like Du Plessis might have trouble. But by the second round, Tavares was visibly slowing down, while Du Plessis kept pushing forward with the same intensity. By the third round, Tavares had nothing left, and Du Plessis took over the fight completely.
A high pace. He's thrown every single strike that
He tags Tavares. He hit him.
Durability and recovery, taking damage without slowing down. One of the most underrated aspects of Du Plessis' style is his durability. In almost every fight, he takes damage. He gets hit clean, sometimes multiple times, but he never shows signs of breaking.
Look at this. Du Plessis up. But Derek's got his neck. Oh, he popped out.
And Derek's working on.
Instead of getting discouraged, he uses those moments to turn up the pressure even more. This ability to absorb damage and keep pushing forward is what separates great pressure fighters from average ones.
That when he was tagging Du Plessis with those big left hands when he had him hurt. Oh, but Du Plessis does it as well.
Some fighters can apply pressure early, but once they get hit hard, they hesitate. Du Plessis doesn't. Against Derek Brunson, he took multiple clean shots in the first round. Most fighters would have slowed down, but instead, Du Plessis came back even stronger in the second round, overwhelming Brunson with a brutal onslaught that forced the corner to throw in the towel. Even when he gets rocked, he recovers incredibly fast.
Oh, big right hand.
Brunson caught him on the left.
His conditioning and toughness allow him to take a punch, reset, and immediately return to the fight as if nothing happened.
Here we go.
Oh, look at this.
This makes him an absolute nightmare to deal with. You can hurt him, but you can't stop him. Elite grappling and ground control, more than just a striker. While most fans recognize Du Plessis for his relentless striking and pressure, his grappling is just as dangerous. He comes from a kickboxing background, but he's also a highly skilled wrestler with a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This makes him incredibly difficult to deal with because even if an opponent wants to slow him down by taking him down, Du Plessis is just as comfortable on the ground.
It may not be traditional.
Great takedown.
Great takedown there. Oh, he's got a guillotine. Nope.
He scrambles well, has excellent submission defense, and can reverse positions quickly. If he gets on top, he's an absolute nightmare. His ground and pound is vicious, and his ability to hold opponents down while delivering damage makes him one of the most well-rounded fighters in the division. Against Derek Brunson, he used his grappling to neutralize Brunson's takedowns, eventually wearing him down and finishing him. Against Robert Whittaker, he mixed in takedowns beautifully, making Whittaker hesitant to commit fully to striking. This ability to blend striking and grappling seamlessly is what makes Du Plessis such a dangerous fighter.
Robert Whittaker, he recognizes and understands.
Mental warfare, breaking opponents before the fight even starts. One of the most overlooked aspects of Dricus Du Plessis' dominance is his mental warfare. He doesn't just break fighters inside the cage, he gets in their heads before the fight even starts. Whether it's through intense face-offs, confident trash talk, or simply his reputation for being impossible to wear down, many opponents step into the octagon already doubting themselves.
Nice shot from Du Plessis. That was a great shot.
Beautiful shot by Dricus. He's got his hands locked, put him down.
Fighters who rely on controlling the pace know that against Du Plessis, they won't be able to fight their usual fight. That mental pressure alone is enough to throw off game plans. Add to that the fact that he only gets stronger as the fight goes on, and many fighters start to question whether they can handle 3 or 5 rounds of relentless aggression. This mental edge, combined with his physical attributes, makes him one of the most psychologically draining fighters to face. Because when the bell rings, Du Plessis isn't just looking to win, he's looking to break you. The future of the middleweight division? Dricus Du Plessis has proven time and time again that he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the UFC. His relentless pressure, awkward but effective striking, insane cardio, and ability to absorb damage make him a nightmare matchup for anyone.
Looking at him with that jab.
Right in the mouth, look at that.
Oh, and a big right hand.
He's not the most technical fighter, but he doesn't need to be. His grit, toughness, and overwhelming pace break opponents before they even reach the championship rounds. As he continues his rise in the middleweight division, the question is, can anyone stop him? Is Du Plessis destined to become the next UFC champion? Or will someone finally figure out how to break the man who refuses to stop coming forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think can stop Dricus Du Plessis?